If you own a home, listen up. This is scary. The FBI is warning about a crime on the rise: home title theft. And it doesn't happen the way you might think. No break-ins, no stolen keys, just a forged signature on a single piece of paper filed with the county. In minutes, criminals can transfer the title out of your name, then use your ownership to drain your equity or even sell your home. The worst part, most people don't know what's happening until they get collection or foreclosure notices in the mail. That's why I trust Home Title Lock. When you visit HometitleLock.com/Kim, you'll get a free title history report and a 14-day free trial of their $1 million triple lock protection, including 24/7 monitoring of your home's title, urgent alerts to changes, and if fraud does happen. Their U.S.-based restoration team will work to restore your title, covering costs up to $1 million. Don't wait. Protect your home and equity today. Get your free 14-day trial at HometitleLock.com/Kim. That's HometitleLock.com/Kim. But wait, there's more. Here's hour 4 of the Kim Komando Show. I'll tell you, there's always something. It's called quiet vacationing. Have you heard about this? What it means is that millennials and Gen Zers, they sneak time off of work without taking any type of PTO. They put in a few fake meetings on the calendar and then strategically timed emails to make the boss think that they're actually working. There's another word for this. It's called stealing. But you know what comes next after quiet vacationing? Yes, are you ready for it? Active firing. And on that happy note, thank you. Today is all about tech, and I'm here to make sure that you have all the know-how you need to stay tech ahead. Because I don't want you left behind in the digital rush, because after all, it's my job as America's beloved digital goddess, Kim Komando. I'm here with the most trusted, the biggest show in the nation about technology. Now, you can catch my award-winning show on over 425 top radio stations across the United States. And of course, I'm streaming in your favorite radio app. Just search for Komando with a K, of course. And as a podcast, wherever you listen, and just a reminder, you can also see us do the Kim Komando Show by heading over to youtube.com/Kim Komando. That's youtube.com/Kim Komando. And a huge salute goes out to all of our heroes that are tuning in via the American Forces Network Radio. Love this, reaching more than 375,000 U.S. service members in 175 countries across every branch: Army, Navy, Air Force, Marines, Coast Guard, and the Space Force. And the Commando hotline's open right now at 1-888-825-5254. But here's the secret. If you want to join the show, if you have a question, you want to share something funny that happened in your tech life, the secret is you go over to Komando.com and you hit the Ask Kim link, and that's where you can grab your spot, and we'll actually schedule you right into the show. You know, every single day I dive into at least 35, 40 different sources to make sure I know exactly what's happening in the tech space. And here are 5 things that you need to know about. And we're going to start with Google. That's right. Google's days of being the world's premier search site are long gone. Because, you know, most web browsers now supply an AI-generated answer to your search. You don't have to wade through those endless websites looking for that answer. It seems so archaic now, doesn't it? Now, Google has become just one of many, and those who still use it do so mostly out of habit. And that's about to end, as OpenAI, the creator and owners of ChatGPT, they're about to drive what is perhaps the final nail into Google's self-made coffin. This is something. OpenAI is launching its own ChatGPT web search browser. It's called ChatGPT Atlas. Now, if you are on a Mac, you can use it right now, and I will tell you, it is phenomenal. It is amazing. Okay, it is. And it's coming out for Windows and Android and every other operating system. But if you're on a Mac, it's just right there for right now. See, unlike Google, once you have an answer, you can ask endless questions about the answer, what you're reading, what it means. It's like, for example, let's say you are going to VRBO and you're looking for a place to stay and you're wondering, I wonder if there's any good hikes nearby. So you can just open up ChatGPT and say, hey, look, I'm looking at this house. Are there any good hiking trails nearby? And it comes right up. This is going to take Google years to catch up. Moving into number 2. When you think of your things in your home that can be hacked, what would be the last possible item in your home where you're like, that could never be hacked? Never. Okay, I'm talking about your toilet. As it turns out, toilet manufacturer Kohler is offering the very latest in home consumer tech. But could it be hacked? You see, Kohler's been making toilets for 121 years. That's a little fun fact for you. And the design has remained basically the same. They work by gravity, and it's almost foolproof, except for, every once in a while it gets clogged up. Kohler's new product works on any toilet by clipping it on. It's called the Dakota. Basically, it's a Fitbit for your toilet, analyzing your output. That's what it is. So for $7 a month plus the one-time initial $600 cost for the Dakota, it provides your smartphone reports on your daily health, looking at all kinds of warning signs and all kinds of trends. Now, Kohler says the data is not shared, unless the toilet gets hacked, because anything that's connected to the internet is apparently hackable. Coming in at number 3, as we grow more captivated each day with AI, there's a sobering real-life picture of the toll its infrastructure is bringing to local communities. You see, not far from my broadcast headquarters in Phoenix, Arizona, right by Sky Harbor Airport, no fewer than 5 incredibly huge AI data centers have gone up. Now, let me tell you, just one is big enough to house a 747. And when an investor gets zoning for a data center, they don't just build one. They build 5 or 9 or maybe 15 or even more. Now, the reason why I bring this up is neighborhoods within a 3-mile radius report that their housing values have suddenly plummeted when a data center goes up nearby. Why? There's always a smell of diesel in the air as backup generators supply power when the power company can't. It's a lot like living next to the airport with bright lights, loud noises, and of course that smell. So while you see AI as a place to ask anything and become more productive, it's the back end, millions of computers that are carrying the load, and they're disrupting neighborhoods forever. Coming in at number 4, have you ever wondered if Facebook is listening in on your conversations? Like, you're thinking about taking a trip to Paris, and so you're talking to your friend about that, or buying a new electric bike, and you go on Facebook, and then suddenly you see ads for the Eiffel Tower and Paris and bike shops, and you're like, what is going on? Well, Consumer Reports did extensive research, and they said the answer is no, Facebook is not listening. They're doing something else. You see, Consumer Reports found that Facebook gets our personal likes, dislikes, searches, doctor visits, working hours, pets, purchases, political affiliation, and more from, get this, 48,000 companies. Oh my gosh. From data brokers like LiveRamp, along with big retailers and small shops. So, myth busted. Facebook, they don't even need to listen. And let's finish up the top 5 with a little science fiction. Miami-Dade just debuted the nation's first autonomous patrol car. That's right. So it's a cop car with nobody on the inside. It's called the Police Unmanned Ground Patrol Partner, or for short, they're calling it PUG, P-U-G. So Miami's newest high-tech police car is a car loaded with license plate readers, 360-degree cameras, thermal imaging, AI brains, but it even has a drone launcher to keep eye on things while the human officers handle things that humans need to do. It has a max speed of 25 miles an hour. So if you think about that, it's more of a mall cop than a highway patrol. But Pug's job is to roll around like your nosy HOA president with a badge, logging suspicious activities, and then feeding intel into the deputies. But I think they could have had a better name. I mean, even Kit, RoboCop, Pug. Oh, let's call the Pug. Okay, just doesn't quite have the same ring to it. Hey, I don't know if you know this, but there's secret privacy reports right inside your phone. We're going to be talking about that. And if you're selling your home, you have to do one thing first. We're going to talk about the reasons why your internet is slow. We just have the best callers ever here on the Kim Komando Show. If you own a home, listen up. This is scary. The FBI is warning about a crime on the rise: home title theft. And it doesn't happen the way you might think. No break-ins, no stolen keys, just a forged signature on a single piece of paper filed with the county. In minutes, criminals can transfer the title out of your name, then use your ownership to drain your equity or even sell your home. The worst part, most people don't know what's happening until they get collection or foreclosure notices in the mail. That's why I trust Home Title Lock. When you visit HometitleLock.com/Kim, you'll get a free title history report and a 14-day free trial of their $1 million triple lock protection, including 24/7 monitoring of your home's title, urgent alerts to changes, and if fraud does happen. Their U.S.-based restoration team will work to restore your title, covering costs up to $1 million. Don't wait. Protect your home and equity today. Get your free 14-day trial at HometitleLock.com/Kim. That's HometitleLock.com/Kim. Okay, time is running out. If you have not already entered to win the brand new iPhone Air, a $999 value, no purchase required, go there right now. Go to winfromkim.com. Once again, that's winfromkim.com. All right, let's see. How about we get started with Ron in gorgeous Savannah, Georgia. Hi there, Ron.
Hey, Kim. Great to rediscover you again. If I'm not mistaken, I don't know if it's a time dilation or past life overlay, but I seem to recall listening to you back in the late 90s.
Oh, that was me. I'm an overnight success. Yeah. Yes.
Yeah. I remember that. And you sound just as great as ever. So I came back into trucking after a 5-year stint of being a network engineer.
Wow.
The company, we turned CenturyLink's network from ATM to Ethernet, and then after we did that, they laid all of us off.
Oh, nice.
But anyway, I've been come back to trucking. I started driving in '97. Literally been all over the country, every interstate, most of the U.S. highways, and because my job required me to be out for a month at a time, and then back for a week. I was kind of, long-distance relationship with my wife. So I would send videos to her by text of cool little towns I'm going through or just really cool sites or up in the Rockies or along the Colorado River. And I want to be able to take all of these short 1-minute, 2-minute videos and splice them together. You know how iPhone has memories? Mm-hmm. That they'll take your photos. I want to be able to do that, but on a much larger version. So I'm looking for an app or something not expensive.
Sure. You know what? Let me tell you, Ron, there are so many tools out there. So many tools out there. But let me ask you a question before we talk about that. What was the best thing that you've ever seen on the road in the last 5 years?
The Longaberger picnic basket building.
The what?
Have you ever heard of Longaberger?
No.
They made.
Come on, Kim.
They were big back in the 90s. They made handmade maple wood baskets.
Oh,
picnic baskets.
Nice.
For home decor, and they actually have a 7-story corporate office just east of Columbus, Ohio. Just outside of Newark on Ohio 16. It's a 7-story picnic basket.
Nice.
With handles and everything on top.
That's cool.
And then, of course, Route US 6 going over Loveland Pass at 11,999 feet. That was kind of cool. So,
you know what? What a great thing that you're doing is sharing your life with your wife, even though you're miles away. I would probably say let's use CapCut for that. I think it's probably the easiest. Andrew's shaking his head. Don't you think, Andrew? CapCut's the easiest one for this?
Absolutely. CapCut is so easy to use. It's so user friendly, and there's all the tools, all the video editing tools you need are on CapCut, and it's so quick to learn. Within a week, you'll be Steven Spielberg.
Close.
All right, Stuart Spielberg.
Let's see, who's next? Christine in Anchorage, Alaska. Hi there, Christine. That's my sister's name. You must be wonderful.
Well, I'm glad you think so. I'm a CPA in Anchorage, Alaska, and I entered the field a little later in life, so I'm around a lot of colleagues that know their way around a computer and everything technical. So your show has been a wonderful resource. So, yeah, basic question, really. I have tons of old phones and tablets and laptops that are accumulating, and a lot of people just recommend, go to Best Buy and recycle them, but I don't feel real comfortable about my identity theft vulnerability by doing that, and I'd love your input on a better route. In Alaska, they could take them to a shooting range, but I don't think that's what I really want to do.
I actually did that once.
Really? really?
Yeah. I was at a friend's house up in the mountains, and we put these old Dell computers up, and he had an AK-47.
Now that's going to wipe a hard drive right there.
And he's like, ready, aim, fire.
I'm actually in the same situation that she's in. When my dad passed away a couple years ago, he was a desktop guy, and I have like 6 of his desktops that I've moved now one time, and I don't know what to do with them as well.
Well, you're smart. You definitely want to get rid of all the data that's on there. I mean, there's been so many stories where hard drives get sold on eBay, and then they find out that it contains people's personal information, especially with you at the CPA. You probably have other people's records.
Yes.
And so the way to do a factory reset varies from device to device. And happy to send that off to you because it gets kind of boring to talk about that on the air. Go to settings, system.
No, I'm writing this down.
Right.
Okay, it's like, and we do like to have a show because if there's ratings, that they keep us. If there are no ratings, then we go away.
File paths don't do it.
Then you can also destroy the device if you wanted to. Okay. Or you can use a free program like Derek's Boot and Nuke. Okay.
Catchy name.
Okay. You know what? It's a Geek of the Week, the guy who wrote that.
Oh,
okay?
yeah.
Okay.
And he named it after himself.
I'm Derek. It's called Boot and Nuke. Okay. There's also on Mac, there's something called Secure Erase. And then, of course, you can recycle it. But Amazon has this trade-in program that even if you don't have anything that works, you could just send it to them. And they're not going to give you $100 or $150 if it's dead, but you get like a $25 credit, or you can recycle it. You can take it to Best Buy, as you mentioned.
And you
Apple
trust
and
Amazon to get rid of all the information on those
no,
devices?
we're going to do it first.
Gotcha.
Yeah,
Okay.
no, we're going to do that
So we
first.
Okay.
boot, nuke, then send to
Yes,
Amazon.
Yes.
Gotcha.
But you might want to keep it around as a spare. If you have a laptop that is, say, an older Chromebook that it's up to date, as long as it's up to date, or even an older laptop, you can set it up the way that we have it set up here at the studios. For anybody who does financial work, is that they have one computer that they do all their work on, and then they have another computer that they only do financial stuff on. So the whole idea is that if you're not going to get a phishing email because you're not even going to get email on there.
Interesting.
So
I like that approach.
Yeah, so there are other things that you can do. So here's the deal, Christine. I'm going to put you on hold, and thank you for your call. And then we're going to get your email address, and we'll send you out all those steps.
And you never know when your old tech's going to be valuable again. Our original iPad sold for like $29,000.
I had an original iPod, one of the first iPods in a box here in the studios that was on that shelf.
And you chucked it?
Disappeared.
Oh, well. Is that the coworker that quit and got a new car right after they quit?
I think that one. And also I had the one woman who stole really expensive blouse. I don't know if I told you that. I asked her to take something back to the store, and then she claimed she went to the store, but they were never on the security cameras.
You can't hire anyone that's your same size.
That's true. Sorry, you can't be size 4.
I remember one year we were doing White Elephant at the Christmas party, and someone got, I think it was a Sonos at the White Elephant, and instead of waiting and getting it stolen, they just got in their car and they went home.
That was it.
Yeah,
Yes.
I think it was Tracy.
I think it was Tracy. We'll have to ask her about that. All right, there could be a few reasons why your Wi-Fi is stuck in the slow lane. Number one, maybe your provider's throttling you. I mean, even if you're paying for a high-speed plan, some providers will limit you. And then once you cap that limit, it can drop to a lower tier. Or maybe you have an outdated router. Let me just say, if the router's over 5 years old, it's slowing things down, you need an upgrade. Finally, you got too many gadgets, not enough bandwidth. Because with every connected device, your Wi-Fi gets spread thinner, of course. And did you know the average home has 22 devices connected to your Wi-Fi? Yeah, that's a big reason why it could be lagging. Hey, coming right back, we have the secret privacy app report that's on your phone. You don't want to miss that.
Introducing Meta Ray-Ban Display, the world's most advanced AI glasses. With a full color display built into the lens of the glasses, it's there when you need it and gone when you don't. Send and receive messages, translate or caption live conversations, collaborate with Meta AI, and more. Be one of the first to try Meta Ray-Ban Display. Visit meta.com/Meta Ray-Ban Display to book a demo and find your pair.
All right, if you're selling your home, you really need to listen up. Of course, you're going to have that nice virtual tour to show off your kitchen, the living room, and the garage on the real estate sites, and of course the backyard, the front yard. But if you don't do it right, these tours could really truly open you up to major security problems. Here's the deal. University of Washington researchers studied almost 50 random virtual tours on a very popular real estate website. Wow, every single one exposed private information. So what exactly is private information? I'm talking about family photos, diplomas, personal letters, also security system panels, along with maybe safes in the picture. Yikes. So this info is truly a goldmine for scammers and burglars, identity thieves. So what you want to do is remove anything personal from your home before listing it for sale. And if you can't, blur it out. And even if your home isn't for sale, you should really search for it on, say, Zillow, Redfin, Realtor. Remove any photos if you can find them. I mean, there's no reason to have the entire internet snooping. All right, in just a few minutes, we're going to talk about that secret app privacy report that's really telling, and it's hidden inside your iPhone and also on Android. And then later on, let's say you're about ready to buy a phone. And you're thinking like, oh, wow, I have a great deal on Facebook Marketplace. Well, how do you know that phone is not stolen? Well, there's an insider trick for that. But first, Robert in Charlotte, North Carolina. Hi there, Robert.
Hey, Kim, how are you doing? It's good to speak with you.
You're back for more.
Oh, you know my voice. Oh, well, now.
I do. I remember you wanted to, what was it? You wanted to listen to things when you were, yes. Okay, while you're driving. I remember that. Yes.
Well, since you brought it up, I'll tell you, I'm in graduate school, and I tell you, I'm trying to, supplement my income in, just any way that I can while I'm in school. And I have had a kind of a head scratcher come up for me. So I am quite the barbecue chef. And so,
nice.
Yeah. So, my wife and I were sitting there one night, watching television, and she said, "Hey, why don't you try to sell some barbecue on the internet?" And so I said, "You know what?" I said, "Beth, that's a pretty good idea. I think I'll do that." So I literally whipped out my phone and put up a little ad on Facebook Marketplace, and that seemed to work pretty well for probably about a month. And sold some pork and sold some cow, and then all of a sudden it just kind of stopped. And so I don't know whether I don't know is this a bait and switch? Are they trying to get me to pay for ads? What's the deal? And so I thought of you, and I thought, I bet you Kim Commando has some ideas about this.
Yeah, but I'm not doing it unless you send me some barbecue.
Hey, well, we can make a deal.
Now, are you getting those handy dandy posts that say, "Do you want to boost this post?"
Course.
Do you get that?
Absolutely, yeah. Okay. But like I said, it's just marketplace or whatever.
So what they're doing as far as with boosting the post, okay, what that means is they want you to pay so that more people will see basically your ad. Okay?
Yeah.
Now, boosting your post is like putting money on the craps line. You ever play craps?
Yeah, I have. Yeah, unfortunately, yeah.
Okay, you know what I'm talking about. Okay, so you're sitting there, you're drinking a little too much, and you're like, I'm going to throw a 7. I'm going to throw a 7. Okay, so you throw the dice out there, and you're like, dang, it's a 3. Okay, and so you're thinking, okay, I got a couple of more tries of this. So you're going to say, you know what, put $10 on a hard 8 because that's coming next.
Yeah,
so you throw the dice. Okay, and you know what you do is you like say something sweet to the dice, like "Come home to daddy, come on, baby, come on." Okay,
need a new pair of shoes.
Okay, then you throw the dice, and you know what you do? You crapped out. Okay?
Yeah, no doubt.
Okay. So that's what boosting a post is, okay? Mm-hmm. If you really want to effectively advertise on Facebook, what you do is you buy Facebook ads.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Because with Facebook ads, what you can do is you can set how much it's going to cost you per customer. You can figure that out. But then you can say, I want to reach men and women over the age of 40 who like barbecue. Who live within these zip codes. Okay. And they go to church on Sunday. Mm-hmm. And they...
So you can get really, really, really specific with it. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
And then you make the ad. And then you test. And then they want your credit card. And that's where you need to say you're not allowed to spend any more than $10 a day.
Right.
in
Right.
ads.
Right. Yeah.
Okay. Because otherwise you're going to, because I made that mistake years ago and I sat there and I was like, oh my gosh, I just bought like $500 worth of Facebook ads and I didn't even know what I was doing. Okay.
Yeah. Right.
So, so it becomes where now you're buying ads on Facebook, but you're targeting those customers. And so that this way it's kind of like, let's go back to the casino. It's kind of like that you are going to be playing blackjack, but instead of it having like 7 decks in the chute, right?
Yeah.
That you're sitting there and you have one deck and you're able to figure out, you're not a card counter, but you're able to figure out like, dang, I've seen a lot of kings. Bet you they're all gone. I've seen 2 aces. Oh, I haven't seen any 10s. I haven't seen a 6 and a 5. Okay. So, but it kind of gives you more of an educated guess. And it's something that you really have to monitor. So, Robert, I want you to go look at the Facebook ad marketplace, do some homework, get some experience, and then give me a call back. Robert, I'm always here for you, buddy. You don't need to send me the barbecue. I don't eat meat. All right, let me ask you a question. Do you really need a weather app that snoops on all your phone calls and tracks your location when you're not using it? Or how about an app that just turns on your mic for no apparent reason? I didn't think so. You know, too many apps play fast and loose with your permissions and your security and your data. But I don't know if you know this, but there's a secret report on your phone that tells how the apps abuse the permissions that you have granted them over time. You know what happens is that you install an app, it gives you all those terms and conditions that you have to agree to, and you're just like, agree, because otherwise you're not going to get the app. But hidden inside there, you may be giving up certain privileges and your certain securities. So on your iPhone, it's called the App Privacy Report. It shows how often apps access your camera, your microphone, your camera roll, your location, whatever it may be. It even flags when an app may be sharing your data with third parties. Now, Android has something similar called the Privacy Dashboard. It's the same deal. It takes a look how the apps you're using are tapping into your phone and all your personal data. It's definitely worth taking a look. It gets pretty shocking, as a matter of fact. Again, on iPhones, it's called the App Privacy Report. Team Android, it's the Privacy Dashboard. All right, coming right back, we have more of your phone calls. And then later on, how do you know if a phone that you're about to buy is stolen or not? I know the answer, and you will too, here on The Kim Komando Show.
Hey there, it's Dr. Sanjay Gupta with some exciting news to share. CNN is now streaming. That means you can read, watch, and stream everything in one subscription. You can watch news live 24/7. You can also explore catch-up videos and explainer videos, and you can also watch the library of CNN's originals, including my latest documentary, It Doesn't Have to Hurt. Just go to cnn.com/all access.
Let's see, Kendra in Moscow, Idaho. Hi there, Kendra.
Hi. I am trying to connect my nieces and nephews with our great-great-grandma, and I have scanned all of her old recipes into files, but I'm looking for something that could be kind of like a work in progress where I download her recipes, and then there could be like ways for the nieces and nephews to upload like ratings and then put a picture of them making the actual recipe and how their family enjoyed it, and, you know, just write something on it, something that could evolve into like a book eventually.
Okay, so like, tell me one of the greatest recipes from your great-great-grandmother.
Oh, she has like a ton. She used to clip all these newspaper articles, so there's some fun things in there. But one of the things that our family uses, it's called Mint Dazzler, and it's really good.
A Mint Dazzler, what is it?
Yeah. So it has a graham cracker base and then chocolate, kind of like a chocolate pie, silk pie. Mm-hmm. And then on top of that is whipped cream and marshmallows with peppermint on top. Oh. And it's frozen. It's frozen.
That sounds so good. It does.
Yeah.
I've never heard of that. A Mint Dazzler.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I'm hungry. You didn't have to do this to me, Kendra.
Sorry about that.
That's okay. What a great idea. Seriously. What a fabulous idea to bridge the generations, right? And to keep the memory alive of your great grandmother, and then introduce these recipes to a whole new generation and more, who's going to be able to appreciate them, enjoy them, and then share stories over food. Because let's just face it, I mean, so many of our memories are of our families all around food, right? I mean, Thanksgiving Day, Christmas Day, Easter, whatever it may be. I'm going to tell you about a couple of apps. Up to you to decide which one that you're really going to dig the most. Okay. One's called Cookmate, and you can actually import recipes from photos. So if you take pictures of some of these recipes, you can do that. Available on iOS and Android. All of these are. And then with the Cookmate, it also has a website. Plan to Eat is another app that allows you to import recipes and also share it. And then finally, there's Cookbook Manager. And then this way, it's like recipe management. And they all pretty much do the same. But by using any of these apps, you can import the scans. You can allow nieces and nephews and family members to add photos when they try the recipes. And I just think that this is just fabulous. And I want to do this too, Kendra. Although my recipe from my grandmother is not as eloquent. She used to make dandelion wine.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah. And I'm pretty certain it's not 14% alcohol. So it's like,
that's crazy.
So if you need these names again, I'm going to put you on hold, and then Amber can just give you the details on all of that. And thanks for your call. And wow, what a fabulous idea, Kendra. Let me know how it works out for you. I might want to do this myself one day. Seriously. I don't know. My grandmother used to make pierogies and dandelion wine. Not sure what to think about that, but she was an amazing woman. Stacy in Reno, Nevada, you're up next. Welcome aboard.
Hi, how are you, Kim?
I'm good. What's going on?
So I'm an interior designer, and I specialize in window treatments. And I've been working on, trying to be consistent with all of my information, that I gather when I'm on an appointment, so that I can put together a quote for a client when I'm back in the office.
Sure.
And so I've got this form that I've created in Excel, but instead of having them printed out, it's really helpful if I could have it, that I could fill it out on my tablet, and then I could upload pictures of the room and make little notes on it as I go, and then I have it on all my, my cloud, so I can access it from anywhere.
Sure.
And I'm trying to find an app or an application that I can do that with.
And so you said you're using Microsoft Excel?
Yes.
And is that working out for you then?
I mean, the form, right now I just have to print it because I can't fill it out at my client's house, so.
Right, I get that.
The form itself is working.
All right, good.
But when I just use my tablet and I just take notes, I tend to forget things or not have them in the same place every time.
For sure. You're not alone, okay, in forgetting things. Microsoft OneNote is what you're going to look at. It works with Microsoft Excel, and basically you're going to insert the Microsoft Excel form into OneNote, and then that allows you to draw and write notes directly on it. And it works with handwriting, drawing, typing. It syncs across everything. And that would probably be the easiest way for you to get that done. The reason why I asked if you were happy with Excel is that, gosh, there are just, so many specific applications now. Like, for example, in your industry, there's something called WindowWare Pro and My Blind Co. And these are specifically for window covering professionals like yourself. And it helps manage your business, streamlines the workflow. It gives you estimates and quotes, and it integrates with QuickBooks.
Oh, I do have a program that does that.
Oh, okay, awesome. Okay, good.
Because I don't have that, like if I'm at a client's house and I'm doing a drapery and then I'm using Roman shades, it's easier to just draw on there, the measurements, where I'm going to put the rod and things like that.
Oh, for sure. Yeah. Instead of like, okay, go 2 inches, type. No, we don't want to type anything in. We want to be able to just to draw it. So just pick up Microsoft OneNote. And it's definitely just a really quick solution for you to make that magic happen. Which, OneNote is one of these products from Microsoft that doesn't get a lot of attention, but it really is truly powerful. Stacy, thank you for your call today. Okay, let's talk about podcasts. We love that you get the Kim Komando Show on your local radio station. If you're not sure which station that I'm on, just head to komando.com and hit that station finder link. But just a moment about podcasts is that wherever you get your podcasts, I need you to do me a huge favor. If you have learned one thing from me over the years, just one thing, if I have saved you even just $1 or one headache, or you had that one aha moment that you didn't know about before, wherever you get your podcasts, just leave us a great 5-star review. And if you can say a few kind words, that would be truly amazing. Because here's the deal. That's how you trick the algorithms. If a lot of people say, hey, I love the show, and they're downloading the show, they're listening to the show, is that tells the podcast providers' algorithms like, hey, this must be something really good, and I should show it to more people. So again, just a huge favor. It means so much to all of us here at the Kim Komando Show and to me personally. If again, wherever you get your podcasts, just go ahead and leave us a great 5-star review and say a few kind words. All right, still to come, there's a special place where you can go to see if a phone has been stolen, because if you buy a stolen phone, it's not going to work. So you don't want to miss this coming up here on the Kim Komando Show. All right, there's something called the Stolen Phone Checker. It's a free tool from the Cellular Telecommunications Industry Association. You can see if a phone has been reported stolen. All you need is the phone's serial number, or it's what's called the IMEI. And if you're buying a phone, you want to ask the seller for that. And once you have that, that's when you want to go ahead and plug that number in at the stolenphonechecker.org website to make sure you're not buying an expensive paperweight. Once again, that address is stolenphonechecker.org. Hey, if you're not already following me on social media, let me tell you, you're just missing out. I post videos, some tech tips, some behind the scenes that you're definitely not going to want to miss. And you're going to find me all over YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, or X. Just search for Kim Komando. And just a reminder, make sure that you enter to win a brand new iPhone, not stolen for sure, at winfromkim.com. And that's the end of hour 4. But I'm sure in your podcast player, there are some shows that you haven't listened to. Come on, just fire up your podcast player and get more tech know-how, whether you're walking or on your commute or whatever you might be doing.